Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Simplifying Spirituality. Today I am going to be sharing the energy updates in detail for 2021. There are going to be two sections to this video. In the first section, I'm going to be speaking about the energies in terms of the ascension, healing and growth opportunities available to us in 2021. And in the second section, I'm going to go into specifics with the elemental energy updates in terms of what we can expect personally in this year. I'm going to add timestamps in the video below, so if there's a particular section that you want to move to, it's easier for you. So let's begin with the central themes of 2021. Now 2021 is going to be a landmark year, a year that we are going to look back at and say, oh well, that was the year when things started changing for me. And that's a very, very big blessing. And I wanted to start with that so you can stick through the video. Now, we can't really speak about the energies of 2021 without speaking about the hidden blessings of 2020. So 2020 really for us was a year when a great reset started happening, when the old structures crumbled for us. And it wasn't really just in 2020. The process had actually started somewhere in 2012, but it all came to a head in 2020. While we were busy going around in our lives, managing our lives, our inner world had been changing since 2012, and it started reflecting outwards from 2018-19 onwards. And 2020 was kind of a year when everything comes to a stop because it has to start again at a different frequency. I'll get into these energies specifically a little later, but 2020 left us with a big blessing in terms of the energies of the great conjunction of 2020, 21st December 2020. I had written a blog post on a day prior to the conjunction saying that there's just so much of light that's coming in. But like everything else, this too should have come with a caveat in 2020. So the energies were every bit as great as we had expected them to, but in spite of years of preparation, it came as a jolt to our energy bodies. I am not sure how many people would resonate with what I'm saying, but I personally felt like my energy body had been put on an isolation mode, on a kind of a shutdown mode. I was receiving so much of healing energy, so much of light, but I just couldn't connect with anything outside of me. It was the most intense healing experience, almost painful, and the themes and the sadness and the issues that I thought I am through with, all of them came back to be dealt with at that point of time. I think I personally was in this phase for almost 8 to 10 days. I was only on January 2021 that I think I surfaced back, and I was just so happy to be greeted by the energies of 2021. It really felt like, those moments in your life when you are traveling in a train and the train stops dead in its tracks and it goes on for hours, and finally when you hear that first rumble of the train starting again, that was exactly the feeling that I got. And I think that also signifies what really happened in our world. In January this year, we kind of starting again after the crumbling of the structures that we went through in 2020. And the energies of 2021 are so gentle and beautiful, like that of an old friend from simpler times who gives you comfort and peace without asking, who gives you the power to be who you really are, who gives you the security blanket to express yourself freely. And that's exactly the energy of 2021. And we're going to kind of start getting into the specifics now. The key growth that you can expect in 2021 is that you'll really find your inner power. And not just that, you'll connect with that power and reflect it in your world. So your reality is going to start matching who you are internally. If you are one of those people who for years has done their inner work and have felt that their life doesn't match up to who they are, to the amount of work that they've put in, this is your year. This is the year when you will start seeing changes in your life, when you will start seeing all that you hoped for come to fruition. So we'll get into the 4 specific themes for 2021 now. There is just so much light now. The potential for healing and growth at this point of time is unlimited. I had spoken about the light codes that we received during the Grand Conjunction. This light is here to stay. I started calling it the light of the divine balance because that is the whole purpose of these light codes, to restore balance within us and in our worlds. Now, balance can manifest in many ways, but it's all starting within us, balancing out the polarities, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. This particular topic actually deserves a whole video on in itself, but to say it in a crisp, concise fashion, what I would say is that anything that you felt is imbalanced in your personality, if you experienced too much anger, or you were too sensitive, or you were too focused, or you lacked focus, any kind of imbalance within you can be tempered now, so you can actually function with your inner strength, function as who you are internally. I've mentioned it already, but the scope of healing and growth with these energies is immense, and you don't need to do anything major. It's all about setting the right intention, a strong intention, and our inner self will do the work. We will heal and grow out of it. We just have to kind of be at it consciously. Now, there's another interesting dynamic of this balance. This balance is going to bring a lot of harmony in our relationships and the potential to attract the right kind of romantic relationships. If I may say so here, I see in 2021 a lot of people are going to find the kind of person that they were always looking for. I like to stay away from labels, but if you were hoping for someone who understands you from your core, a soulmate kind of an energy, keep doing your work. As long as you are in your truth, in your power, you will attract the right kind of person this year. And that itself is so beautiful for me. And I hope that it happens for many of us who are looking for something like that. But even those who are not really looking for a romantic relationship can expect a lot of deepening and strengthening of their bonds, because everybody around them is going to be functioning from their truth as well. The degrees can vary, but that's the general trend for the world. The second theme that I wanted to speak about was that we can manifest new realities now. Our external world will start mirroring who we are within. We've been experiencing a rise of unconditional love, the highest expression of the divine feminine within us for a while now. It is a very gentle and slow rising energy. So many of us have actually connected with the energy deeply, only recently, but the process has been going on for a while now. In fact, I personally think that that is the true reason for the entire awakening phase that we are going through in these years, 2020 and 2021. For truly, it was when the Mother Gaia awakened that the cosmic blessings started raining on our planet. And once she chose to rise in us, we started awakening too. That beautifully sums up what's been going on in the background in our worlds, the blessing that we have not really connected with. Now, coming to what this energy can do for us. The most beautiful part, or the most powerful part about unconditional love, it's the most strong magnetic force that you will ever experience. It has the power to draw in anything and anyone. So all those who are big on manifestation, once you connect with this energy, there is nothing that you can not attract. I am not saying that in 2021 we will be able to do everything that we've ever wanted, but the awakening of this energy has already happened in us. The more we connect with the unconditional love in our hearts, the more beautiful reality we can create for ourselves in our world. And that's such a beautiful blessing. The third theme that I wanted to speak about is that the loving kindness will find its rightful place in our worlds. The unconditional love that we feel in our hearts is going to start channeling back into the earth. Like I said, the source of this unconditional love is Mother Earth Gaia. And how can it not flow back into the earth? So that's what is the most promising theme of 2021. It's not going to be an overnight change. We will probably see the effects of this in the next 4-5 years. But loving kindness is going to become the main emotion that humanity functions with in the coming years. And that's going to kind of usher in an era of conscious living in humanity. I know it's a tall claim to make, but I feel these energies very, very strongly. And I'm quite confident that this energy is going to be the true basis of the mass awakening that we've been speaking about for years, the golden age that we've been talking about. It won't happen overnight again. It'll take its time, but it will start bringing the general public, the masses into its fold. It'll start changing the dynamic of how we interact with our planet and within ourselves in a major way. And that's going to be something to really, really look forward to in the coming years. With so many beautiful energies coming in, the next major theme that we can see evolving in 2021 is an era of heartful engagement, when we will start interacting with other people basis our heart truth. This is just the beginning of a new phase, but if you would look back, you would realize that most of our social engagements were based on consumeristic society. You know, we used to follow fashionistas, paparazzi pictures, and trends that were imposed upon us by social influencers. That was really the major theme of past many, many years. And it was because of what was fed to us for generations. But 2020 has kind of brought a halt to this particular trend. People, and I personally don't think so that it's going to come back at least at the same kind of level anytime soon. Humanity has for good moved away from this particular theme. We are now going to be looking at thoughts and people who mirror our heart truth. We'll be following them. We will be following content that reflects our reality. If you see, it's on newer platforms like TikTok and all, it's the general public who are the heroes. It's about how authentic you are. And that actually reflects an overall trend, a change that's coming from the Instagram influencers, big bags, and the thousands of dollars spent on vacations. I'm sure we'll do all of those things too. But that's not going to be what is going to define us. We're going to start changing the way we consume content, the way we interact with one another. Our social engagements are going to have more depth to it. And I see that kind of having a cascading effect. It'll start from the lowest denominator, that's us. We will choose to consume content that resonates with us. And then slowly it'll turn into us choosing leaders who reflect our truth. And ultimately, the society will reflect the same change as well. It's the beginning of this particular trend, and I feel these energies in the air, and I know these are going to anchor into our world. These are going to bring in the world that we've all imagined for years, that we all actually believe in. Now we'll get into the second section of the video, which is about the elemental energies of 2021. These are the energies of our environment, of our world. So they affect our day-to-day reality. So there's going to be a little bit of a predictive element to this particular section. And I'm actually very, very excited about this because the energies seem to be saying that this is going to be a good year. So we'll begin with the energies of the water element, which defines connections for us, which kind of rules our emotional body. This is actually the element where we received most of the healing of 2020. So this is the year when we actually reap the rewards of this healing. So from January to March specifically, because those are the months of the water element, we are going to experience a deep peace within us. In spite of the challenges around us, we personally would feel peaceful, emotionally fulfilled, and hopeful. One particular theme that's going to be prevalent all year through is creative expression. If you've been hoping to start a creative endeavor, it's going to be a great year to do that. I mean, any kind of a creative project that you want to undertake, your creative energies are going to be flowing at their best. So make use of this year and make your dreams into reality. Now, our emotional bodies also kind of rule our heart and our love. So for those who are looking out for love this year, the first phase of the year, January to March, you're going to feel in your power. You're going to feel the peace of being the person that you always wanted to be. So if you haven't attracted the right relationship yet, you'll be at peace knowing that that right relationship can't be far. The earth element, the manifestation, the protection that we receive, the nurturing that we give to ourselves and the others. Like I mentioned earlier, that while we were busy dealing with the chaos of 2020, it's truly the spirit of the Mother Gaia that was rising. The earth element has replenished itself in the past year, and we are going to receive its full blessings in this year. So April to June, which is also the characteristic time for the earth element, is probably going to be the most blessed part of the year. This is going to be the time when we will start seeing the manifestation of our reality, manifestation of our cherished dreams in our reality. This is the time when we will feel very, very strong and supported by the energies of the Mother Earth, and we can reach out for the stars literally. If there's a new job that you've been looking for, success in entrepreneurial ventures, new love, newfound depth in your relationships, whatever you are looking for, wherever you focus your energies at, you're going to receive blessings in that area of your life. So earmark April to June in your calendar. I think it's going to be a very, very good phase in this year. The fire element, these are the energies of transformation. These are the energies of change, of phoenix rising. So the fire energies for 2021 seem very complex and layered. We've been through a lot of transformation in 2020. So we will surely be reaping rewards of that. But fire energies seem to be demanding more from us. So probably after experiencing a beautiful, easy first half, by July, August, September, we're going to start feeling a kind of a plateau within. Our reality in the outside world is still going to be beautiful, but we will feel the need for a further transformation, for a further upgrade within ourselves. And the energies seem to be saying that it's going to be hard work. It's going to need hard work and dedication. So if you want to see that next big idea in your entrepreneurial venture, if you want to see the next big jump in your spiritual growth, July, August, yes, these are the two key months when the fire energies would yield to your dedication and persistence. It won't come easy. It would need a lot of internal work and reflection, self-reflection, keying in specifics of what you are hoping for, putting in the hours. And that's when the blessings of the fire element of transformation would flow in. But the blessings that would come would be monumental. They won't come easy, but they would transform something within you that you've been really, really hoping for. The air element, the element of balance, our heart space, the need for connecting with others, need of finding harmony all around us. I spoke about the theme of the balance, divine balance. So air element has been pretty much the blessing that we've received from the light codes in terms of balancing things out within us. So it's going to be a kind of a easy year as far as this particular element is concerned, but specifically in the months of October to December, the energies are feeling a little intense. It's like we will be asked to step up once more. The fire energy is more about transformation within, and the air energy is about assimilating that transformation. So I'm seeing that, those energies that I was talking about for August and September, those particular energies are actually going to start affecting us in October, November, December. We will need to kind of balance that new growth within us, and these are the months that would need us to actually sit down and take that next jump, take that next leap in terms of our intention, in terms of how much work we want to achieve. But we've been through the ringer in 2020, so that this particular energy is nothing compared to that. So we'll be up to facing these energies and actually come out victor and end the year at a celebratory note in December. The fifth element, the ether. This element is about our higher knowing, higher learning, our intuition. This is a particular element that we don't understand much about, but this is what connects us to our higher purpose, our higher truth. And this element has been extremely active in the past few years, and that is the reason we've seen so much of ascension and growth within us. So this year the trend is going to continue. The etheric realm, the kind of a wheel between the etheric realms is very thin now. It's very easy to work with these energies. So we'll continue to learn and grow in this year. It's funny that when I was writing this, I had a vision of the High Priestess. High Priestess actually rules intuition and higher knowing within us. I had a vision of her smiling and with a finger on her lips, kind of saying to me, there's still more. There's still a lot that's untold. And that was it. So I'm not really supposed to go deep into it. But I personally feel that this year is going to bring one revelation within us. I'm talking more about the person. And one opening of probably a strength within us, or one knowing about our inner self that's actually going to change the way we perceive ourselves, change the way our outer reality is. So look out for that sign from your inner priestess. This year will bring that one big change, and probably it would be connected to the fire element of transformation. So something is going to transform within, which is going to lead you on your higher destiny path for the years to come. So with that, I come to a close of this particular video. I have tried to share as much information as I could, and I hope it would resonate with you. If it does, please leave a like and a comment. It would really mean a lot to me. Wishing you a great 2021. Thank you so much.